be a poet like his British role model, Lord Byron, and having a lot of inspiration after both of his parents died and he was taken in by a successful tobacco seller. From things Poe had written on the back of ledgers, his foster parents had realized he had little interest in the tobacco business and really wanted to be a poet. By the age of 13, Edgar Allan Poe had written enough poetry that he could have published his own book.
I wish I could one day grow up to be like Lord Byron. I know you don't have any interest in the tobacco business, so I'll let you do your poetry. Thank you.
After the death of his foster mother, he was devastated, and it didn't help that his foster father remarried shortly after. His Aunt Maria Clem soon became a new motherly figure in his life, and she also welcomed him into her home. Maria Clem's daughter, Virginia, would help Poe get letters to his love interests, and she later became one of his interests. After a few successful publishings of new short stories and books, he took Maria and Virginia to Richmond. Then, at the age of 27, Poe married 13-year-old Virginia Clem in 1822.
Oh, yes, I would marry you.
Poe's love for Virginia, his newly wedded wife, was stronger than his love and desire to be a great poet. He even tutored her and saw that she had excelled in his piano lessons and that she had a beautiful voice. So when Poe's wife, Virginia Clem, died of tuberculosis at the age of 27 in 1847, it made his writing drastically slow down because he was so devastated.
Hey, Poe! Where's that new book that I wanted? Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't been able to write a lot, ever since the incident.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you.
You know, that Edgar Allan Poe guy, he has some pretty good lectures.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to live for very much longer.
Yeah.
In 1845, Edgar Allan Poe published The Raven, and it ended up making him a household name. This made him in higher demand for more books and poems. He started selling more and more books, selling out his lectures, and now he could raise the prices. But after people started finding out about his personal life, he was driven out of the town. Many critics said he would not live much longer. They were right, because he would only live another 2 years. Edgar Allan Poe's last 2 years alive were spent traveling and giving lectures from 1847 to 1849. That is how he lived out his life.
Thank you all for coming and watching this lecture. I'll be having another one this Saturday. Admission is $10. And yeah, thank you all for coming, and bye.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to...
One of Edgar Allan Poe's hidden gems, Bernice, is a tale of loss and obsession. Edith is a heir to a vast estate. The only light in his life is his beautiful cousin, Bernice, and while he has no feelings for her, she secretly pines for him. After summoning the courage to confess her love, Bernice is struck down by a disease that wilts her beauty and spirit, sending Edith further into depression and triggering obsessive-compulsive episodes. Desperate to overcome them, Edith proposes marriage to Bernice, hoping her happiness will restore his own. But it only creates a new nightmare as Edith fixates on Bernice's last surviving trace of beauty and becomes determined to possess it at any price.
Hopefully if I marry Bernice, my depression will get better. Bernice, will you marry me?
Yes, yes, yes.
My God.
Once it smiled, a silent dell, where the people did not dwell. They had gone into the wars, trusting to the mild day stars, nightly from their azure towers to keep watch above the flowers, in the midst of which all day the red sunlight lazy lay. Now each visitor shall confess the sad valley restlessness. Nothing there is motionless, nothing save the air that's broad over the magic solitude. Ah, by no wind are stirred those trees that populate like the chill seas, or on the misty he rides, by no wind which clouds are driven, that rustle through the unquiet heaven, uneasily from morn till even, over the violets that are the lie, in a myriad types of the human eye, over the